G'day guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be reviewing the game between Geelong and Fremantle over in Perth, Optus Stadium. And the Cats found a way, won by 11 points. A massive win, not only in the context of the season, but to win it away from home, interstate, against a side that's also sort of going for that finals position or top four if everything goes right for them. And we were able to, cause a pretty significant upset in the end. And, great result for the Cats and their finals aspirations. I think that nearly locks the Cats in for a final spot, unless some crazy mathematics were to go completely wrong. But they got the result, which is the most important thing. And come home with the 4 points, which is significant. It was an 8-point game, and we had the guts, the determination, and the grit to fight through all day. And we came out on top, which was super pleasing to see, and such a gutsy and gritty win, and super proud of the boys. Started the game off super hot. I think we kicked 3 or 4 goals in pretty quick succession. So off the back of our great stoppage work in the centre, ironically, gave Freo a bit of the taste of their own medicine. And turnovers in the forward half pressure was right up there, and it was fantastic. Got us out to a 4-goal lead, full well knowing Dockers would find their way and eventually settle down. It wasn't going to be a case of, all right, we're just going to win this by 10 goals. So, we settled in nicely early. We took our chances early. Went a bit wayward after that. I think we kicked 6 goals, 13 after all that. But we nailed them early when we needed to, which gave us that buffer. And ultimately, that was enough to separate the game in the end. Dockers definitely came back. They started moving the ball nicely on the outside, caught us out a little bit up forward. We know Fremantle, they like to lower their eyes a little bit. I was just about to say we're generally Fremantle's bunnies. So they've beaten us the last 3 times, and 2 of those have been at GMHBA Stadium. So I was pretty confident going in this that the Dockers would get it done quite comfortably. But to come out with the 4 points, is pretty incredible. Freo definitely got back into it, started winning contest forward of ball. They lowered their eyes a lot. They were relatively accurate from the set shots, which definitely made the scoreboard nice and close. And they did have some shots that were sort of that 0 to 30, 35 out, which, gave them some pretty decent chances to obviously win the game. And it looked like, they were going to run over the top of us. We saw it was pretty close at half-time. They got it a little bit more on their terms in that third quarter. We only managed 1 goal, 5, but still had a lot of field position, but just couldn't quite make our chances count on the scoreboard. Freo were looking pretty dangerous on the outside and sort of allowed a lot of that uncontested mark game that they like to play. Thankfully, a lot of it was back half, and not too much of it was us not defending properly and then just leading to super easy scores. Well, more so in that last quarter. And then we go to that final term where, it was Freo in front in 3/4 time. We had to find a way and dig deep, and we had some players really stamp themselves and stand up on this occasion, and got us the 4 points, and super impressed with how they fought it out and overran the Dockers, which I wasn't expecting. And too good in the end. We'd like to see the gutsy stuff, and we were able to take it to the Dockers all day, and just nudged them out towards the end of the game. Got the scoreboard ticking over, and we were good as gold. Relief when the final siren went, I must say. It was one of those games, but even when Freo did have it on their terms, and there was definitely 2 different and distinct styles out there where Freo were not taking those risks. They just want to control the ball at all costs, and we know David King absolutely hates it. It's amazing how some games they can kick 120 points and other times they can kick 60, 70 points. I don't know if that's directly off the way we played. I know Tracy's a big out, so is Sam DeConing. But yeah, it was just interesting that they didn't take it on as much. Potentially we folded back and flooded a little bit. That's not impossible because we definitely allowed them that sort of kick so long it was in the back half, and then contested pretty well around those wings and sort of half forward. But pressure early on, the pressure rating was 238. That was amazing. So, yeah, every time the Dockers got it, we tackled, and I'm sure the tackle numbers look pretty good in the team stats. And then, yeah, the pressure lifted again in that last quarter. And what I'm super pleased about is, when you're on the road and you've got off to a good start, guarantee they're going to come back at you. But, that often happens. You have to win it a few times. And, sometimes we haven't had that second gear, or second sort of crack at it. And then we sort of did in that final term, 3 goals, 4, 4 goals, 2. So that was, 7 goals, 6 between the first and last quarter. So to start off well, finish off well, you take that. And ultimately, even when Freo did have it on their terms, the scoreboard didn't go completely crazy. They did have some goals very quickly responded to, I must say. However, I think we controlled it pretty well. We were able to, kill the clock late, and, professional in the way we sort of finished the game off. So that's a bit of an overview of how the game all panned out. Very excited at the moment. Always good getting an interstate win, a win you don't expect. Obviously there's still a long way to go, even though there's 2 weeks to go in the home and away season for the Cats. And, nothing's guaranteed, but, putting ourselves in a position to, qualify and finish as high as possible is the main thing. All right, disposals. Well, the Dockers had a lot more of the footy than us, but a lot of junk possessions in the back half. Probably made up a bunch of those 90 disposals they did get. They were pretty good on ground ball, I must say, the Dockers, although can't say it hurt us terribly, and especially when you get the 4 points and finish the game off really well. Inside 50s was pretty even. Dockers had slightly more supply, not much more supply. Disposal efficiency, I can't recall seeing such a high number, but I don't look at Freo's games too often, so that could be normal for them, the control game. We played with a bit more chaos and a bit more risk. Our back half ball movement was on display and really promising. Led to some excellent scoring chains throughout the game. 68% for us. So, Dockers put us under a fair bit of pressure as well. However, though, we did move it forward, and took a bit more risk with it. Something Dockers might want to sort of learn from. Efficiency inside 50, we're better on the mark there by 7%. So not massive, but it's a game of small margins, that's for sure. Free kick count, Dockers by 5. Hit-outs, I was surprised to see this. No Darcy, which obviously impacted them a little bit around the ball, but plus 21 in that area was really good. And then subsequently off the back of that, 35 clearances to 32 stoppage and centre clearances, we were able to get the nod there, which was great. Contested ball, love that, 126. So, we're just winning that dirty ball. We're very workmanlike. We're not the best team in the comp in terms of pure talent or talent across all areas. Our top 5 to 10 players are very, very good. Players just play their role. So, and that obviously helps ensure that gets done. But the unconditionals like pressure and just making it more difficult for the opposition, you can coach that to anyone. And some are better at it than others, as we know. Axe loves it. He loves the pressure. Uncontested ball, Freo got a lot of that, but lost. So, that's ineffectual in the end. More turnovers to the Dockers. They took a stack more marks than we did. We allowed it a little bit. They set up for that. Didn't really get too far, I guess. We did, keep them stuck in the back half for good portions of the match. Marks inside 50. We couldn't get many early. Definitely got more as the game went on. Dockers took 11 in the air. We were better this week. 9 contested marks to 10 in our favour. And, I'm loving this stat, the time in front stat. I'd love to just check that table against every team and just see what that all looks like. I'm sure Sydney probably sit in this camp more often than not. They're always in the sneak from behind trick, and they just find a way to pull the rug out of the opposition. But to lead for not nearly 90 minutes of the game is excellent. Well, very low tackle game from Fremantle. It felt like a lot more than 36 tackles, but this was outstanding. 58 tackles to the Cats, and it was unbelievable the amount of pressure that we put on Fremantle when the ball was inside the contest. Love this too. Cats Footy Club, absolutely love this. If you can just keep this up would be great. What else do I want to find here? The small stats I want to get to. This number, huge. Centre clearances, where are we? Inside 50s, always good to have more supply. Centre clearances, I've missed those. I've gone past. There we are. We'll be good as gold. All right. That's a bit of a look at it from a team perspective, and now we'll get stuck into the votes, which were tough, I must say. And, I haven't had a full chance to see the replay again, but that's okay. P. Dangerfield, 3 votes. So he kicked 1 goal, 2 from his 20 disposals, 3 marks, 3 tackles, 11 clearances, including 6 centre clearances from 80% game time. He was in absolute beast mode. He took contested marks late. He almost had 2 or 3 goals next to his name in that last quarter. He was unbelievable. Wound back the clock. He was, sensational. The match winner, the difference. He was huge. 2 votes. Really, really tough. And he's right. He's a fair way down the list. Shawnee Mannagh, 2 votes. 2 goals. 15 disposals, 3 tackles, and kicked the match winner, which is just huge in my book. He slipped that through by about a centimetre, I think, and kicked one in the third, which was really important for us. So he was great up forward. Not too many multiple goal kickers, and he was one of those. Cracks in hard with those contests, as we know he does. Finishes off the good work. And, effectively sealed the game. It's hard to say it's sealed when you can kick 2 goals in 30 seconds these days. But, I thought, he was really prolific for us. 1 vote to Zach Guthrie. He had the 20 disposals, 10 marks. Unbelievable down back. Early on, I think, it was a little bit tough, but he persevered. He disrupted the opposition over and over. They kept kicking it to him. He kept marking it. Kept forcing us forward. So, I really like Guthrie's game. Loved the way he went about it. So, it was really tough, the votes. And even Mannagh getting 2 is definitely generous. It's not his best game ever, but in terms of just the scoreboard impact and just the elusiveness of him, he found a way. Brian Myers' game was really good. He kicked 23 disposals, 6 marks, 3 tackles, a clearance. He's been a little bit down on form, but he was back to his best, and he was very menacing up forward. I'm still not sure about these goal assist statistics because we only had 3, but I don't know how we can have 3 goal assists when we kicked 10 goals. I don't know if 7 just magically happened. I'm going to have to look back on that, but I don't think that's quite right. I'm sure Manna's got 1 or 2 in there, but we'll wait and see. I'll have to do a bit of a replay on that. But Grind, very productive. Played his role really well. Blitz was pretty handy. Very handy. He had the 16 disposals, the 5 marks, 5 tackles. Got him in amongst the hit-outs, 2 clearances. Played it down full back, and it was good to see him there, actually. He was, he's a brick wall down back. Good to see him there with DK out for this game. And it's just good to know that if we need to, if we need a player to play that role, we've got Blitz there if we need to. Dempsey's game was awesome. He kicked 1 goal, 20 disposals, 5 marks, 2 tackles, 2 clearances. I think he had 14 contested possessions, so he definitely could have snuck in for a vote there, or maybe take over Shawnee Mannagh. Votes aren't my cup of tea or my bread and butter, to be fair. But he was slick and industrious as usual. And I thought, he played really well. Maxi Holmes was pretty solid. He had the 20 as well, 3 marks, 3 tackles, couple of clearances, lots of meterage gained. He had plenty of bounces too. I reckon he would have had 8 or 9 bounces. So, lots of run and carry from Max, as we like to see each week. Stewie's a little bit quieter this week. He had the 19, still took the 7 marks though. Had a tackle from his 80% game time, and he played a little bit more behind the ball than what he usually would. So, I think they threw all the eggs into the back line and made sure that they made it as difficult as possible for Tabiner and Amos, and these guys to sort of, really flourish. Jezza, happy for 250. Jezza, well done, mate. Awesome job. 1 goal, 2 from his 14 disposals, 5 marks, 4 tackles, and a goal assist as well. Almost 500 metres gained. It was terrific. I don't know how he can kick them from outside the fence on the boundary and then not kick him from 30 out straight in front. Maybe practice a few more of those, but in terms of just how he went about it, he was tackling. He was a menace, and I love watching Jezza play, and he played really well for us yet again, and none more so than in his 250th milestone. So happy 250th to Jez. Jerry. Over to Axe, he had the 18 disposals, 2 marks, 7 tackles, 3 clearances, goal assists. Did a great job on, I'm trying to think of his name, Hayden Young, that's the man. Him and Bosey did, a nice tag team role there. Atkins, was excellent in the clinches. Jack Henry was back to some of his better form. He had the 13 disposals, 12 kicks. He loves a kick. Took 8 marks, so very solid down back. A couple of tackles as well. Lawson had the 16 disposals, 8 marks. Very steady hand he is for us, and played the majority of the game time there. Just a real rock for us down back. And, in those contests, he really good at neutralising and nullifying the opposition as well, as also being able to be a force to provide scoring chains as well off the back of his lethal left and right boot. Still don't know what boot he is, but we'll find out one day. Stanley's game was really good, actually. He kicked a goal, had the 7 touches, didn't have a lot of the ball, 2 marks, but 35 hitouts and a clearance, and his ruck work and tap work and follow-up work was really good. So I liked Reese's game. He played very well. Jackie B, he kicked no goals today, but he had 8 kicks from his 12 disposals. Took a mark as well. 8 tackles, 5 clearances. I think he had 4 tackles in the first 10 minutes of the game, so he was looking very good early on, and continued throughout the game, but played a good role for us. Collar had the 11 disposals, the 5 marks, 4 tackles. Kept it pretty steady down back for us. I think Amos kicked 1, and Tabner may have also kicked 1. So they kept the talls under control without Tracy. So, solid from Collar. Ollie Henry could have had a big day out. He kicked 1 goal, 2, the 8 disposals, 3 marks, 3 tackles. Also had a clearance next to his name. Was looking good, working hard on the lead, took some nice marks. Just wasn't able to finish off his work as well as he would have liked, but had some good opportunities anyway. Scratch was great. He had 2 goals, 8 touches, 2 marks, and a tackle. But on top of that, he had 8 score involvements. So, again, just crashing into those packs, getting the handballs out to players that are free, and, just making it life nice and easy up forward. So, it's just great work rate. So, whilst he's not getting, 20 touches and 10 marks, kicking goals himself and setting up his teammates is great to see. Zach Tilley had the 13, also took a mark, 3 clearances, so got involved there a little bit. Always hangs around between that wing and half-back sort of role for us, and drove the ball forward a bit as well. So he was okay. Over to Mitchie D. Very quiet from his, played probably about the normal game time he would. Just ended up with the 9 disposals and 4 marks, a couple of tackles, clearance. So, definitely quieter than his lofty standards. I don't know if he was injured or if he was rested. I know he was definitely out for a week or two there. I'm sure, he'll be back fitter and better in the next week or so. Stengel's very quiet on the scoreboard. 7 disposals, 2 marks, 4 tackles. So he didn't quite hit the scoreboard in this game. But, good pressure, harassing. He helped Jeremy Cameron with that early sort of goal from a tackle. Close is also really quiet with his 9 disposals. Took a mark, clearance, goal assist though as well. And I think that was a winning goal assist actually. So, it was a good time to get one. But generally quiet, but also had some good moments. Tam was pretty quiet for the game time he did have, but he did go out in that second term with a concussion. That just had the 4 disposals, a mark, a couple of clearances. So, pretty quiet, but also not in the game for a stack of it. Mullen came on and had the 5 disposals, all 100% efficiency, 3 marks, gave away 3 free kicks though. A little bit clunky and untidy there. So, he came on and played a role for us. Alrighty, so where are we now? Well, we'll have a bit of a look at the ladder and then get stuck into next week. So if we go to the ladder right now, do I have the live ladder? I do. We're sitting 3rd right at the moment. Port Adelaide and Melbourne are up and about at the moment by this live ladder. I suspect Melbourne are in front right at the moment, but there's obviously a fair bit to play out there. But we're at 14 wins and 7 losses, so almost locked into a final spot. I think we might be just about locked away. In terms of anything going absolutely crazy, but you still want to be playing sort of good footy and heading into the finals with some good form, assuming it's locked. I feel like anything's possible in season 2024. But if we have a bit of a look at next week, we've got the Saints in Melbourne, so we'll be going up to Marvel for a Saturday night clash, and it's going to be absolutely tough because the Saints play reasonably well there. Did get touched up by Brisbane recently. No Max King to worry about this time. I don't know if he played in this game last year, but we looked very ordinary when we went there last year. Lost by 33. Looked completely shot. Maybe there was a few more injuries and stuff going on at the time there. But it was very tough sort of round 1. I mean, did have control the whole game. We were up by 3 goals. 3.5 goals, and then the Saints kicked 3 goals in 5 minutes or 6 minutes, whatever it was, to make it really uncomfortable. And then Paddy kicked the goal with about a minute to go to sort of almost seal the game. So it was an 8-point win early in the year. Definitely not going to be easy. The Saints have been in relatively good touch outside of that Brisbane result. They've got a second bit of wind up them. I don't expect it to be easy. I think we're going to win just based on the last 3 weeks, but you can't take form too heavily into any game, and it's a very unpredictable and even season. That if you're slightly off and the opposition's on, then you can lose just like that. Alrighty. So Melbourne up by 9 at the moment. Not letting Port get too much on the scoreboard. D's defence is it's stingy, isn't it? Okay, well that's all, folks. That is a wrap of the game. Geelong by 11 points. Unexpected win. Great win. Great coaching performance by Scotty and the crew there, it must be said. Stifled the opposition and minimised the damage that the Dockers would have liked to have inflicted on us. But very pleased with the Cats' efforts overall, executed well on the field. Tough game, sort of found a way to grind it out, and a terrific result in the grand scheme of things. So hopefully on to some bigger and better things. We've still got St Kilda and West Coast to come along, and hopefully we can still keep playing some good footy and see where it all lands from there. So I don't think I'll be penciling in finals till the end of next round or the round after, once we've done the maths. So should be interesting. But there we go. That's it, folks. That is the review. Geelong and Fremantle. Geelong by 11 points. Great result. Hope you enjoyed the review, guys. And if you did, give the video a like. Subscribe away if you haven't already to keep up to date with how the Cats are going week in, week out, as well as how my AFL tipping is going as well. If you want to have a bit of a laugh at that, that's always good fun to get along for that. So I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for the continued support. Have a good one, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.